What's up, guys? Josiah here from Disciple, and we are excited to be sharing some episodes of our Rebel Society content. If you don't know what that is, there's a link in the bio. But basically, this is going to be a full breakdown of the song Erase in our Pro Tools session from the song recording. So you're going to learn all about it, and there's so much more stuff like this at the Rebel Society if you want to join and check it out. Now, this episode originally aired in 2020, I believe, maybe 21. It's been a while, so I look a little different. I say something about the Rebel Society being a year old. All that's different now. So if you're not in the Rebel Society, please go join. But in the meantime, watch this video and learn all about the song Erase.
Tracks Talk. Breaking down Disciple songs every month. A Rebel Society exclusive. Prepare for impact.
Good day, everybody. What's up, everybody? It's Josiah here with Tracks Talk, coming to you from shelter-in-place headquarters of the ranch in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's pouring down rain right now, but you know what? It's good for the grass. Anyway, there's a reason this is not called Weather Talk, it's called Tracks Talk, and that's because we talk about tracks. And today's track is a song called Erase that hopefully most of you are familiar with. And it's a fun one to dive into. I don't know why I haven't actually done it before now. It's taken me over a year. Rebel Society has been a thing for a year now. So cool. We're so excited about it. We've loved every minute of it, and we just can't believe how cool y'all have made it for us, honestly. So thank you for watching and being a part. Now, let's get into it. The song is Erase, and from our album Long Live the Rebels. This song is one that has been really, really great for us just in terms of, people enjoying it a lot, getting a lot out of it, responding well to it. It's a great song live. It did really well on radio for us, was the #1 single for 7 or 8 weeks, I think. And this is what it looks like. So, let's see. It's Aaron Sprinkle produced this, and a lot of it was stuff. I made a demo for it, and the structure and everything pretty much stayed the same. Aaron did a great job of really dialing in all the sounds, and he added a lot of textures and layers that we'll see here in a minute. So, the song starts with a few different things. Actually, believe it or not, so when you hear the beginning of the song, you know what it sounds like, and I'm not going to show you anything yet, but just listening. So right there's the very first 4 bars, or 8 bars, I suppose. You hear the guitar. The guitar is the feature, right? Ooh, and I've got the amp information here too, which is really cool. So this album was all done on a Kemper, which is an amp profiler. And this was our first time using one. And since doing this album, me and Andrew instantly went out and bought Kempers because we were so impressed by the different tones and how just flexible it is and how many different things you can do. So anyway, this is a Laney amp, as you can see here. That's the name of the amp, Laney IRT. I don't even know what that is, but it's a sound that we found that we liked a lot. So that's the featured part there, but what's going on underneath is really cool. We got 2 different loops happening, percussive loops. So this is what one sounds like. It's like kind of a wooden loop shaker and some woodblock kind of things happening maybe. Not sure what it is exactly. And then there's another loop. A little synthetic kick, a little hi-hat, and then the snaps. So you combine that with the shaker loop. And there's a dark arpeggio underneath. Just a synthesizer. I love that because it just holds that root note, that minor chord root note underneath the whole time. So that all, if you just listen to those three things, it sounds like a very dark, kind of ominous. But then you add in this pad, and this pad, as you're going to see, adds a lot of prettiness, or I guess, just more hopeful kind of sound. Check it out. So on its own, the pad sounds like this. It's like this organ. It really is kind of just like a straight organ with a little bit of space around it. So those together sound really happy, right? Then you add the dark arp in, dark arpeggio. Start it over with the guitar now. So already there's kind of all these, like I said, I think it's really cool we staged it this way because it's a guitar song, it's a guitar front and center, or the guitar is the thing you notice the most, the thing you take away, when you remember the song later. You remember that it starts with a guitar riff, and you know how to sing it. You know what it sounds like. But then those other sounds are what really set the mood more so than the guitar part. If it was just the guitar part, it would be. And if we just started the song that way, that'd be fine. Wouldn't be the worst thing, but it wouldn't have near as much mood. So then you got drums, bass, and big guitars about to hit right now. So even right there, we got a few things coming in. So we got this kind of the main lead guitar part. It's a dotted eighth note delay, like U2 would do underneath there. So. And that was played on. Oh, this is cool, actually. Okay, so I'm glad he has the Aaron labeled what guitar we used too. And so the intro was played on my Zane baritone guitar called Echo, or I named it Echo. And then some of these parts were played on some pretty wild guitars. This one was on Andrew's Zane guitar. I believe it was his orange one, Evertune. And then the main guitars, man, those. Love the sound of those guitars. The bass is, I played the bass also on this one. On this album, I played bass on Erase and Spinning. And the rest of the album was played by our friends Cody Driggers from The Wedding previously, and then who's also played for Project 86 and a bunch of other bands, Spoken. And then Ethan Luck, who is from Supertones, Demon Hunter, and Reliant K, played on 5 of the songs. So Cody played 5, Ethan played 5, and then I played Erase and Spinning. It's just kind of a team effort. It was, we just thought it'd be fun to kind of have a few different bass players on it. So anyway, this was one that I did. Got some tambourine here. I believe Aaron played this tambourine sprinkle. So then what's cool is in the verse, those 2 loops from the intro come back. They sound like this. Lift up your eyes and look into mine. Try to see. The pad is also there. It's really quiet, but just playing a low note, just kind of creating some ambiance. Second half of that verse, the lead guitar comes back. So then it really opens up here in this pre-chorus, which I love. The big guitars keep going, but we turned them down in the mix. So they're doing that really tough, palm muty thing, but then the clean guitars come in that I love here. They sound like this. And these were played on a Telecaster, believe it or not, just a standard, I believe it was a standard tuning Telecaster that Aaron owned, and it was just perfect for this kind of thing. And then what also happens is the piano comes in for the first time, which the piano becomes a chief instrument throughout the rest of the arrangement. And that's playing, the right hand is playing the same thing as this lead guitar. That's my vocal there. Rewinding these memories, suffering every night. Oh, I've been watching you, hoping you would see the truth and run to the light. And then we got this thing that's just called Cool Noise, and that is Cool Noise Thing. Yeah. In the demo, I had if I remember correctly, what I had done is on the main guitar tracks, which would have been these. Hoping you'd see the truth and run to the light. It's quiet. It's a solid cut right there, a solid gap. But on the demo, I had just done I just moved my hand to get to the next chord, and so it had this kind of scratchy noise in the gap there. Run to the light. And it was one of those things that was on the demo forever, and we got really attached to it. And Kevin was like, I want there to be that kind of sound. And I don't know if I actually pulled this from the demo or if Aaron made it, but this is what it sounds like. That was definitely something he made, actually. It's like left-right little chukka guitar thing. So in context, you just hear that. If I mute Kevin's vocal, you'll hear it even better. Just adds a little bit of that live band feeling, honestly, to have that just noise that's not very musical going on. Love it. So then, the chorus. Everything opens up big, really dynamic. So I'm just going to start from the reverse of where I would normally start. Let's listen to the piano. Just really basic, just kind of plucking those quarter notes, or I guess it would be dotted quarter. This song's in 6/8, so don't want any theory nerds getting mad at me. The pad is back. So right there, those two things together just sound like it could be like a worship song, you know. Tambourine, and then these lead guitars. So we did a lot of really pretty stuff underneath the big heavy guitars. So if you know, it's really a tale of two songs if you break it down to two different kinds of instruments. So if you just listen to these things, you know, soaring, hopeful, beautiful, and then you listen to the rhythm guitars, the bass, and the drums, and it sounds like. Sounds really tough, right? Sounds like a really tough rock song. You know, it's a still like a melodic chord progression, but it sounds very like tough and meaty. The song's also in drop A, which is a very low tuning. You know, it's one of the lower songs that we play, especially at this time before Love Letter Kill Shot. So yeah, you listen to those two kinds of parts of the arrangement, and when it's all together, it sounds awesome. So I'm gonna mute the vocals here, just listen to the chorus and try to pick out, you know, the heavy things and the light things. So I mean, it's I'm so happy with how it came out because you feel the toughness of the guitars, bass, and drums, but then you also have all these layers of just more pretty kind of inspiring things. So vocally, a lot of you may know this, but our good old friend Dane Allen, who has been talked about a lot in the Rebel Society group, for the different high vocals that you hear on Love Letter Kill Shot. At one point he was misattributed as being Holler and Helen, but that was actually just Kevin being Kevin, Collar and Kevin. But Dane does all the high vocals on Love Letter Kill Shot, and Erase was the first time that we actually brought him in to sing on something, and it was because, as you will hear, and as you probably already know, the harmony to this chorus is super high, and none of us had any chance of being able to hit it. And so this is what it sounds like with him singing the harmony just on its own.
When you say you're not okay, my heart it breaks to heal your pain. I will erase your yesterday. You'll be okay. My love is greater than your mistake.
I mean, that's amazing, right? So with Kevin,
When you say you're not okay, my heart it breaks to heal your pain. I will erase your yesterday. You'll be okay. My love is greater than your mistake. When you say you're not okay, my heart it breaks to heal your pain. I will erase your yesterday. You'll be okay. My love is greater than your mistake.
doesn't get much better than that, man. Dane crushed that, and so from there on, we were like, okay, anytime we want to do anything high vocally, we just need to have him do it because he's so like pure and strong. His voice blends so well with anything. Whereas one of us doing anything close to that, it would just get really rough and overly gritty and nasty. So, all right, in the turnaround here after chorus one, the guitar part from the beginning comes back, but it's with a heavier tone. And then we have a harmony on it. Which is a cool, like, pretty metal kind of move to do in a song like this. But we thought it sounded great, and it's fun to play live that way, to have both guitar players doing a harmony on each other.
I can't make you believe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. I always forget about this part in verse 2. It's only appears for these 3 bars, but it's this single note, palm muted, dotted eighth note thing.
I still will not go away as long as it takes. I will keep your soul breathing.
Of course, we had a lot of fun arranging that verse 2 musically. The drums, bass, and guitar do a lot of fun things together. And then it comes back, that lead guitar part comes back for a second. Oh yeah.
Your soul breathing. When you say you're not okay, my heart it breaks to heal your pain. I will erase your yesterday. You'll be okay.
The chorus doubles up here. Guitar solo. So the guitar solo, this was a Friedman amp sound, and I was playing Phil, which I believe was Andrew's red black and red Zen guitar. And then an octave comes in underneath. Which I think that was Andrew's idea. So I played the main solo there, but then Andrew had the idea to come underneath that fast part with a lower octave doing tapping. A lot of fun. Also, a fun fact about that solo is that I played it on a standard guitar or maybe a whole step down guitar. Either way, the way guitars work is, you got a guitar here and it goes up to a certain note. So like, okay, actually, I'll just show you for real. Would it help if this guitar's in tune? All right, so. It's harder sitting down. Anyway, that highest note, that's on the, 21st fret on this 24 fret guitar, which is in drop C. So it's not tuned to near as low as the guitars that we need for this song. And so, but I wrote the solo on a guitar like this, and played it on said guitar. And then the problem live is that the baritone guitar that I have to use to play all the rest of this song, that does not have that note on it. The guitar ends before you get to that note because it's tuned lower. And so I have to sub out that highest note, which is unfortunate, but I just kind of I rewrote it to go. So I just sub out that highest note live, and I have for years now. It's just one of those things, you write it in the studio, and then you realize later, oh crap, I need to be able to play that live. All right, the bridge. This part's awesome. Aaron did this awesome drumline, marchy. It's literally called marchy stuff here. And he did this all by hand right in front of us, and it was so awesome. So a lot of that percussive stuff you hear, you would think it'd be like a drum kit, right? But it's not. It's this separate instrument that Aaron played with MIDI. Oh yeah, we did these harmonics here with the Telecaster. And that was done by playing. So it's got an octave pedal on it. So it's this, it's the Telecaster playing these harmonic notes with an octave pedal on, and then playing it and then bending the neck a little bit to get the wobble. Love this. So many cool guitar things happening there that kind of get lost in the mix, which is fine because the vocal is reaching its climax there and it needs to be the focus. But we did a lot of cool stuff, as you can hear. I mean, that's so cool. So Joey's out for that first half of the bridge. He does do those little tom accents. Check it out. And then he comes in right here with the snare rolls, which is worth listening to. I mean, look at that. Just steady rise. So impressive. I mean, that's so great. Worth hearing Kevin by himself there, too.
You are not alone.
So cool. Double.
You are not alone.
Sounds so awesome.
When they say you're not okay.
And the piano does something really cool there. And it never does that again. That's a cool little just featured kind of melody on that piano to kind of fill that space and be really percussive. So if you, and then the two loops come back in for just those two, just that quick bar. So we really made that a big moment. The lead guitars come back in. So check it out. This is what it sounds like. So like in that little gap, you hear all that stuff all of a sudden go, dun, 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 you know. And there's some nice transitional things there. So you got a swell, like this synthetic swell, which sounds like this. Oh, it's just the guitar is reversed actually. It's a reverse power chord. And then the reverse cymbal into our actual cymbal, and then the 808. So all together with everything. Woo! Worth hearing that note by itself too on Dane's part. Woo! A few little bass things that I love that I just have to point out. Greater than this for. So everything's just driving right there on forget every week. It's just going wow da 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 da, but the bass does a run. Do do do. It's very like symphonic sounding to me.
My love is greater than this. Forget every regret. I'll make perfection.
Love that. It also does a cool inversion here on OK. First time that happens, this fun little inversion to kind of add some extra emotion. And it walks down here. So then we have two lead guitars from earlier in the song coming back in the outro. So one's a lower octave part that sounds like this. It's the same one from the intro, but then we tracked a higher octave of it just to add some dynamics. And I think the piano's doubling it as well. Yep. So all together. So cool. Again, just adding depth and harmonic kind of newness and just, new kind of extensions and feelings. That's just a filtered vocal. Pretty much it. I think I covered everything. Let's see. Yeah, it was really. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's also a very concise arrangement. There's only 53 tracks, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not a super high track count for what's going on. But yeah, I thought Aaron really masterfully arranged everything, and everyone just did a great job performing. And yeah, it's a super fun song live, and obviously a lot of people connect with it. So I hope it was fun for you to hear some new parts of it that you probably haven't noticed before, or stuff that you've heard but not really paid attention to. Now you can hear it with new ears. And if you could see right there, that is the plaque for the number one single that I have. I know it looks like I don't care about these plaques because they're sitting on my floor right now, but it's just because I had to do some rearranging on one of my walls and have not had a chance to put them back up yet. But I promise I like them a lot. Anyway, that's Erase, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be doing some cool stuff in the coming months because I've got some projects that I've been producing that are coming out soon, and I'm going to do a couple of Tracks Talks episodes about non-Disciple songs that I've produced, which I thought would be kind of fun and maybe illuminating in a different way. So I will keep you posted on that stuff, but thanks for watching and for being Rebel Society, and we will see you next time.